Hey Jack, thanks for the email. This is definitely a tough problem, and I'll be honest, it's kind of right at the borderline between what they could include on this year's AP exam and what they can't include based on their latest information about what topics of Chapter 10 would be included. So I'm going to show you from the approach that we did, which is Taylor polynomials. So first thing we know is we know that sine of x, that's our odd function, so that's our x minus x cubed over 3 factorial plus our x to the 5th over 5 factorial, and so on. Alright, so if I have sine t to the 6th, alright, I can write that as t to the 6th minus t to the 18th over 3 factorial plus t to the 30th over 5 factorial minus, and I can keep following that trend. Now, this asks me to take an integral, alright, with respect to t. So I'm taking an integral of this side with respect to t. If I do that, that first term, I raise the exponent and divide, so I get 1/7 t to the 7th, minus the next one I raise and divide, so I end up with t to the 19th over 3 factorial times 19. In the next one, I end up with t to the 31st over 31 times 5 factorial, and then so on. So now I'm going to look back to my terms. I'm going to see what matches here. Right now it's looking really good like D. So from the perspective of what we've done in class, D would be the safe bet, because at this point what we do is we plug in 0 and x. The 0 makes every term of this disappear. The x is going to switch all those t's to x's, which would tell me that my correct answer would be D. Now again, this is just outside the bounds of what I think they'd be able to ask you this year, but it is a really good question. Hope that helped.